go around. Well, hello good people, I'm back. It's been a little while, but I've been a bit busy and weather delayed. So I think I finally found a good day. It's nice and sunny at the moment, although you wouldn't know it because a few hours earlier it was raining. And I thought, oh no, I hope I don't have to cancel again today. It's late October. I'm walking from Canterbury to a picturesque Kentish village known as Chilham. Chilham is a very old village, has a lot of history dating back to pre-Norman times. In fact, they say that it may have been called something like Julius back in the past, which is a reference to Julius Caesar, who may have camped there whilst he was battling the locals at the time, the early Britons. So our goal will be St. Mary's Church, Chilham, and then the pub, the White Horse Inn, next door. I've never noticed Golden Hill before, but it looks very nice. Maybe next time. So I've got this new piece of kit, a little gimbal, and I'm testing it out today. This looks quite good, but it's hard to actually keep it stable. I need to look into that. It keeps wanting to move and stabilize itself when I just want it to stay static. Anyway, we'll play with it. Well, it has to be said, it's incredibly warm today, considering it's almost Halloween. It's about 19. So you can see lovely clear blue skies now, all the rain left from the morning, and it's a really nice day, but incredibly hot. Free snack here, courtesy of Mother Nature. This is apple season now, so we'll be going through a lot of orchards around here in Kent and probably be able to pick up a lot of free apples along the way. It's a tiny little yellow apple, really nice, very tart, sweet. It's well and truly autumn now, and you forget how much mud and slick leaves can slow you down when you're walking. So all of this behind me is known as the Bigbury Camp. As you can see behind me, see that tree line is quite high. It's a steep hill up there. And they say that Julius Caesar himself, when he landed in Britain a long time ago, BC, he attacked settlement here with the local peoples and he turned it into a fort. This is No Man's Orchard, which is it's called that because this was literally at one point no man's land, which meant it's sort of this little strip of land that fell between, you know, a farmer's land and the church's land or something. There's this little bit that couldn't be accounted for, so they call it no man's land. No one owned it. And someone started planting apple trees, I guess, around at some point. I'll insert the photo of the information board. And anyway, it's become this sort of public orchard now you can walk through. Now, there's a place up here called Roger's Rest. It's in the middle of like a big apple orchard. Hopefully no one's there. That's where we're going to stop and have some food. Damn straight. Most excellent views up here in Mansfield Farm. It's a massive fruit farm. In fact, I'm sure they supply like big grocery stores and stuff. If you buy strawberries or apples and it says Origins Kent, you may have a closer look at the farm it comes from. It may come from this farm. Anyway, as for Roger's Rest, there's a little bench back there overlooking that nice vista there I just took a picture of. Believe it or not, someone was sitting at Roger's Rest at the bench. But he's a sweet old man. I didn't have the heart to kick him off. So, I'll find another spot in one of these orchards, I guess. Well, I've hidden in the middle of an apple orchard here. I'm having some lunch. I brought some soup and I have some crackers in there, a little Baby Bell cheese. Thank you, Multimat. So as we keep walking through this massive farm, you walk through that mobile home park there. That's where all the people that work on this farm live. They're brought in from Eastern Europe. They live on site. They earn their wages and then they're able to go home. But as you can see from that one trailer waving the Ukrainian flag, those people unfortunately, they have no idea when or if they ever get to go home. That's quite sad. So these hedges here separate that massive apple orchard fruit farm. And I'm out of there, I'm into a new field. It just makes you wonder how long these fields have been farmed for and how long they've been used for the things they're growing at the moment. That's wheat. Those are apples and fruits in there. How long have they been used for those things? I mean, those apple trees look pretty mature, so that must be pretty old. And these hedges are pretty mature as well. But, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, in the medieval times, there were no hedges, so I wonder sort of when these farms started going. Well, there you go. Solar is now the enemy. There's another little bench here, and there's a bunch of posters, more posters saying no to the solar farm, saying save this view. So, I don't know, that's the question of the day. Merrick, if you're watching, what do you do? Do you keep this view? Or do you keep the view and just add a bunch of solar panels to it? We're approaching Old Wives' Lees, which is a name that's surely been battered and bruised over the years, but it refers to the common or heath north of Chilham Church. like that was probably the third or fourth little plaque I've seen since walking through here. And you think, I think it's from both World War I and World War II, but, or maybe just all veterans in general, but the ones I've seen have been from the World Wars. You think this is a small village, there can't be that many people that live here, a couple hundred people. And if 10 or 15 men from this village are killed, that's a huge impact. Must be felt really hard. It's rough, so you just hope they didn't die in vain. I mean, those two wars, you'd say, were very, very much so justified. Right, so we've gone down Long Hill, we've crossed the big A road there, and now we go uphill to Chilham, because Chilham is built up on a high hill, and there is a remains of an old castle up there that predates the Norman times actually as well. Normans took it over from the Britons that lived there, and it makes sense because it's sort of strategically placed up on a hill. I realize I've never been in this church, and it's really big also. Reading that the yew tree is 1,300 years old, I decided to come out and have a second look at it. Oh, must be this one. We're gonna go and try and find the oldest house in the village, which dates to the 1300s apparently, and also I'll show you the village center here. An update on the yew tree. I didn't think that yew tree looked like it was 1,300 years old. I'm assuming this is the house that is called the Bourgogne, or it was called that, which is the oldest house in the village. It looks like it's all under special works and construction. So we made it to Chilham here. As you can see, it is very picturesque, as I mentioned. With the old sort of Tudor cottages along this square, along this big car park, sadly. Chilham Castle over there, behind those gates, privately owned, but you can still go in there sometimes and walk around the grounds, which is nice. I'm gonna go in here. Right, well that's that. Another walk complete. Canterbury Chilham, 6 miles, took me 3 hours. Really easy walk, very nice walk though, and I do recommend it. You know, it's not very difficult at all. The biggest hills, if you're going Canterbury Chilham, the biggest hills you'll be experiencing, you're going down. And there's places to stop sort of along that 3 mile mark, the halfway mark, for a rest, for lunch. Ending in Chilham is really nice because you have a lovely old church there in St. Mary's to see, you have the pub, and then you have a train station, so it's very easy to get home. If you want to extend the walk, you can go to the town of Challock, and to get there you'll go through Chilham and you'll end up going through King's Wood, which is like a big protected woodland site. And that's really, really nice. And I do recommend that. It makes the walk a good sort of 13, 14 miles at that point. But it is really nice. However, Challock doesn't have a train station. So you just need to figure out, you know, how you're going to get home from Challock. There's probably buses to Chilham Station or something. But that is something I've done before, which was really nice. And maybe I'll do it again and I'll film it this time and I'll let you know how that goes. But yes, thank you for watching. That's that. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.